I made this video a little sooner, but because of the holiday season, I've been having some technical issues and have hands to move around this one. Hope you enjoyed. That's fun. This I gave it on Sellavin Crystal episode of 12 and 13. Hey, right now with Andini. Let's talk about the first episode. Right now, the first one. Usagi's struggle with her love, Andinion, aka Mamo. Right now, Usagi as our main protagonist. She has to decide, like, very, very much how much she cares for him because she's willing to do whatever it takes to protect. But then again, it's her heart is always vulnerable, because it means risking everything for the person she loves, and this is when she's at her most weak point. And then when Queen Natalia, Queen Bella, they cling to do anything they can to crush Usagi, her heart, and everything they know, just to make sure that they get what they want. But then it's Usagi. I mean, Usagi, she may be hero, but there's a part of her that still hesitates. You have to understand. See, when the lives of her friends and her loved ones are especially on the line. And Usagi, she may be brave, but she's not invincible. Everybody has their weakness and their weak point. And right now, Queen Belle is doing her best to extract hers. This is like really messed up. Things are right now what you call on the edge for her. Even though she tries her best, she knows she can stop. And she also eventually finds out the truth that Queen Belle herself. Remember, Queen Belle may be strong, but Queen Talia is stronger. It was through her influence that Queen Belle became what she was. Apparently, one of the reasons is because of her heart. Why? Let's just say Endymion and she saw Princess Serenity and then Prince Endymion long ago. You know, that's the thing about jealousy. It's a very hard and ugly emotion, and it leads a person to do a lot of crazy things. I think because of that, a spark of darkness was born into her heart, and because of that, Natalia took advantage of that darkness and took control of it, manipulated it, and made her her servant as a result. Making her do all these evil things to the point where she no longer recognized herself as human. But and also she knows the truth of what happened all those centuries ago, with the fall of the Moon Kingdom and what happened with Endymion's life, and who really took his life. Yeah, you have to understand when blood is on your hands, it's just because it's not going to be something that you can just forget about. Once you cross that line, there's no coming back, and that's a horrible decision to make. Not to mention the fact that if you do this, it's going to be something that you cannot take back. Very hardening, very sad to know. That's just the first episode, especially with Usagi using her best not to give up on Endymion, his soul, their love together. That's just the first half, especially knowing that she using the very same weapon and he used 1,000 years ago. The weapon he held most dear. One item was the holy sword, or of the Moon Kingdom. Like that was Endymion's very own sword. And you have to understand, that sword was left on the Moon Kingdom as not just as a reminder there of what happened, but it's also a piece of Endymion. He carried with it always. So Endymion, when she sees that sword, she also sees Endymion and their time together. So that sword has to mean something to both of them, not just one, but to the other. Also, you have to understand, and the second episode itself, with everything that's overwhelming, Queen Natalia is so close to victory. The other Sailor Scouts, they're having a hard time with this Mars, Venus, Jupiter, especially knowing that Usagi, what she's going through with knowing that she had to make such a big sacrifice. I'm not telling you what it is, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you either. Knowing that she made such a big, huge sacrifice, and that is just Usagi for you. He is the person that will do anything for the one she loved, even though it meant risking your life on a gamble and not willing to take a life of her own. but she has to understand she long ago lost her life after the man she loved lost his. If they thought then they were reincarnated into this modern era because they believe because now they believe that fate brought them back together. But if their fate is to find each other and to lose each other again, that means she still has hope that she might find him once again, and in the darkness, that everything like if you lose something, you can sometimes find it, and if you lose it again, you can sometimes find it. But if you lose something so times, it's going to be very hard to find. And that's what Usagi meant when she did the best she could, and thinking of all this. And then there's the others. There's knowing that even though Usagi is in danger and Queen Matalia is so close, they are not willing to give up. Even though they suffered a mortal blow of being tossed to the ground and literally losing themselves, they still remember all the good times they had with Usagi, not just as the Sailor Guardians, but her as a friend, because Usagi touched their lives in a way and helped brought them together in their own way. It was Usagi who did lend out the hand of friendship, even though each of them were all isolated in their own world. They all managed to find each other because it was Usagi who lent down the hand. That is Usagi. Like once you extend the hand, it's gonna be hard to let go, and also hard to take it back. And that's something that remains with a person forever, especially if the hand is the hand of friendship. And the Sailor Guardians, knowing, even pouring all their energy and their might, all their power to try to Queen Matalia, it isn't enough alone, because they know if they do this, it's going to be a big fight, but they know that if they do this, they also need help from Usagi. One cannot fight the enemy alone. You need help and effort, and the help of your friends. And you, even though you may stand alone sometimes, but your friends never abandon you, not completely. And that's one of the parts I like about this episode. Even though they're giving all their strength and all their might to Usagi, even though she doesn't know what's happening and what's going on. Those of you who've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. Those who haven't, but I put the link down. Watch episode 12 first, then episode 13, and then the bar. There's a link on the bottom, and when you look at the link, there's a link to the episodes and stuff, and also other stuff. If you want to look, you have to understand. And now it's New Year, they're still continuing. Looks like we're getting close to the finale. Even though rumors said it's supposed to be at least more than 20 episodes, there's still a lot to go on, especially with Sailor Moon Crystal. The series itself promotes a new episode every 2 weeks. And I'm sorry once again for not putting this sooner, just having technical issues in the holiday season. Look at me, I'm making excuses like a little kid. But that's the way I roll. Sorry. But you have to understand this whole and love, sacrifice, feelings, and friendship. That's one of the parts that makes Sailor Moon great. The original Sailor Moon was no different, and this is just a modern twist on an old classic. I said that in some of my previous videos. If you guys listen to me for those, then you can listen to me for this one. Hope you enjoyed. That's what happened. This is Sellavin on Sailor Moon Crystal, episode 12 and 13. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Thank you. Sailor Moon.